Hi, this is Brass Check, and recording this on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. And I guess I'm in the mood to run my mouth lately, so I'm going to do it. Big headline: the artificial intelligence genius Geoffrey Hinton has resigned from Google because he believes the technology is a risk to humanity greater than climate change, and he fears it could grow out of the control of humans. So that's Geoffrey Hinton. So we look at specifically, what is he worried about? Specifically, because the world runs on specifics. First, to give you an idea of the level of this man's intellect, he says, well, I don't want you to stop worrying about climate change, but I mean, here's the killer line. With climate change, it's very easy to recommend what you should do. You should stop burning carbon. If you do that, eventually things will be okay. Okay, this is a genius. Okay, so we'll tell the poor around the world who depend on firewood. Over 1 billion people burn firewood every day to make food and warm themselves. They also burn dung, cow dung. Look it up. It's real. Both of those are carbon. That's got to stop. We've got to stop burning oil. That would be our cars and trucks. We've got to stop burning gas. We've got to start burning coal. And of course, we can't use nuclear power because that's too dangerous. So we'll just stop cooking food and heating our houses and going anywhere. So that's all we've got to do, according to this genius of artificial intelligence, Geoffrey Hinton. So that's a hint about Dr. Hinton's level of intellect. So what specifically is he worried about? Well, he's worried about the spread of misinformation. He's worried about major losses in the job market. And he's worried about providing bad actors with a new tool to wreak havoc in society. He's also afraid that it will grow out of control, literally out of control, as AI becomes able to run its own computer code. He also cited the possibility of AI-powered weapon systems. All right, guys, I wrote a book about this, came out several months ago, addressed all these issues. First of all, the AI-controlled weapon systems, they already exist. So Dr. Hinton's a little bit behind the curve there. This is, and it's in my book, and you can get it, you should get it. If you want to really know what's going on with AI, my book would be a good place to start. Yes, all the defense contractors are gleefully, with Pentagon help, spending all kinds of money to learn how to make weapons that find targets and make the decision without human intervention to kill targets. More efficient that way. Should that be going on? No. I mean, none of it should be going on. But that's already happening. So if he's worried about that in the distant future, he is gaslighting you because it's already happening. Either he's an idiot and doesn't know the basics of the industry that he is supposedly a genius pioneer in, or he's gaslighting you. And if he's gaslighting you, he's contemptible. If he doesn't know what's going on in his own field, then there's not much there. Okay. All right. What else? Loss of jobs. Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable. If you depend on doing mediocre paperwork, especially content creation, if you're someone that writes filler for websites, or if you spew out legal documents and charge people $300 an hour for that, you might need to find another job. That happens all the time. It may happen in large numbers. Believe me, when there was a time when there was no such thing as computers printing labels on envelopes, and all those envelopes were hand drawn, right? A lot of people that did that for a living were out of work, right? That's just the way it is. So yeah, there will certainly be disruption on some really low level, simple, mediocre type tasks, and that's I'm sorry, that's the way the world goes. And then the other thing he's worried about, this which just cracks me up, is the spread of misinformation. Really? Does he watch CNN? Does he watch NBC? Does he watch Fox? Does he look at YouTube and see all is he aware of all the videos that have been, the truthful videos that have been taken off, and the crap that's been allowed to run? Does he read the Google search results? I mean, he works for Google. Has he failed to notice that the accuracy and the I don't know, for lack of a better word, equity, non-ideologicalness of Google's search results is gone? I mean, you name any topic of any importance, and Google's going to serve up pablum. It's become absolute crap. So he's worried about AI contributing to that? I think the intelligent people of the world, hopefully by this point, know when you see something on a screen, whether a TV or a computer screen, you've got to question it very seriously. And anybody that's so dopey that they don't do that, well, they're already being lied to by television at night, or by Google, or YouTube, or Facebook, or even Twitter. What's his name? Musk has not fixed Twitter. It's still a dumpster fire. So worried about disinformation in the future. The disinformation's now. Then he's worried about this being a new tool to wreak havoc on society. You know, people are already doing a great job of wreaking havoc on society. We've got a president that's apparently going to allow an unlimited number of young adult men, single men, to march into our country. That used to be called an invasion. Now we're going to give them food vouchers, and we're going to house them and give them job training. And hey, wait a minute, won't that take jobs from American citizens? I mean, if you're worried about people losing jobs, I think importing 1 million plus people from another country who you own, and you can, you let them in. You can throw them out, theoretically, assuming you can find them. By the way, I just got to say this. Remember the guy recently that horrific, he was to his target practice in his backyard, and then they asked him, hey, we got a baby sleeping here, and then he went in and shot all those people. That's going to be blamed on guns. That guy was an illegal alien. He had no business being in the United States in the first place. And yes, there is such a thing as an illegal alien. These ridiculous signs, oh, no human being is illegal. Bullshit. If I walk into Canada right now without going through the border and I don't get a visa, or I don't get my passport stamped, I'm committing a crime in Canada. Same thing. You try to cross the border into Guatemala. I did it once in El Salvador, from El Salvador to Guatemala. Apparently, it's no big deal. If you're on your way to the United States and you intend to enter the United States illegally, apparently now there's a royal road built for you. But in the old days, you had to wait online, and they searched you and they checked your identification. They didn't open the border. No country opens its border to random people. But ours does. And meanwhile, Dr. Hinton, the genius of AI, who's left Google because he's afraid AI might impact the jobs market. What about all the people struggling in this country who got here legally, who are American citizens or have a green card? They went through the process. Maybe they're working their way up the ladder from the bottom. You just kick them in the teeth by letting all these people in. So this is obviously some muddle-headed left-wing lunatic, which I guess is the only way you can get a job at Google. He's worried that we have to all stop burning all carbon, and that will solve all problems. But meanwhile, AI is a bigger problem. AI may be a problem. I don't know. But this guy, is not telling you anything you couldn't have found out in my book. So if you're interested in what AI is, what it isn't, the dangers that are apparent, who actually is backing it, who developed it. No one ever talks about who developed AI. This is a military technology, just like everything else is ultimately. And the military has been very active in developing AI technology, and that has been shielded from all mention in the news. And I don't see Dr. Hinton talking about the fact that his whole career has been subsidized by the Pentagon and the NSA. No problem there, but he's worried about some vague, distant future, which includes climate change, which can only be solved by that we all got to stop burning carbon. If you have any knowledge about a particular topic, and I'm sure everybody's had this experience, you have knowledge about a specific area in life. You go to the newspaper, you read a story about it, and you cannot believe your eyes. You can't believe how stupid and ill-informed people are. And they are that way because of newspapers like the one that I'm reading right now. And I'm sure this story is being promoted all over the place. I have a hunch that all this AI is too dangerous to unleash on humanity is a PR campaign to get us to worship our new AI masters because they're so all-knowing and all-powerful. Hey, the day AI can cut your hair, mow your lawn, cook you a dinner that doesn't, poison you. There's 1,000,001 jobs that AI will never be able to do, including keeping the server that the AI program is running on operating. I mean, this thing is just so lunatic. I mean, it also the lunacy of the electric car people. They have no idea what unbelievable electricity consuming pigs and energy consuming pigs electric cars are. Where do you think that electricity comes from? It's not coming from the windmill. It's not coming from a solar panel. It's coming from coal. It's coming from oil. It's coming from natural gas, and it's coming from nuclear power. And running an electric car is like keeping multiple toasters running in your house 24/7. It's the biggest electric sink you can imagine. The only thing bigger is minting Bitcoin, and the only thing bigger than that are these AI farms, which require a tremendous amount of electricity. So the idiocy of all this is just mind-boggling, just mind-boggling. But anyway, that's my rant. I recommend you get the book if you want to know. If you want to be able to, in this one realm, if you want to be able to just blast through all the nonsense they're telling you. Had you had my book in hand, you would have been able to analyze this news report too and realize that this is imagine this is Google's smartest artificial intelligence guy. This is the genius pioneer. This is their number one man. Okay, it's not hard to be better informed than these people, and it's up to us to make ourselves informed. But I want you to know it's not rocket science. Does not require a PhD. Requires a little fundamental knowledge, and that's what I put into my AI book.